I don't think relaunch is quite the right word, but if there's anything in common, I think it's this, and that is the idea is to find out what it really is that makes these characters work. And for example, when John redid Superman, that was a relaunch. But a lot of what he did was identify the core parts of Superman that really make Superman work. And certainly some of what we're doing right now in the Superman books, along with Action, is very much the same thing. What are the core foundations of Superman that everybody recognizes that really are endemic to that character and make him work? And I think a lot of things go along with that. But it's also kind of a tonal thing. And I think the tone of the books is going to be something that really is appropriate for Superman. I think there's a sense of victory and triumph that is essential with Superman. I think there is a certain spirit to it that is essential, and that's what we're going to try and find here in these books. I suppose they could, but I don't know that they should. And I have said before that if there's, and we, as creators, we all have a couple of stories we wish we could do over again. Sometimes I think that would be one that I might pick. For those who don't know, in that story, Adam Grant dies. And it's not that Superman failed, but Superman didn't succeed. And I don't think every story has to have a happy ending by any means. And I think it ultimately ended up being something of a good story for Cat Grant. And we debated this when we were putting that story together at the time. Should Superman, like I say, he didn't fail, but he didn't find Adam in time, and Adam died. And I think that Superman did not succeed. And that to me is something that should always be considered somewhat carefully. And I'm not saying that I regret doing the story, but I'm not sure that today, for example, if we were going to redo that, I wouldn't have it end the same way. So it was different for the books at the time. I think it's important to have a sense of loss in our stories from time to time, and that certainly did. Action Comics, in which continues the rebirth effort for Superman. I wrote it. Pat Zurcher did the art. It's fabulous stuff. I think it'll be a fun book for everybody. And I think this is going to be, along with what Pete Tomasi and Pat Gleason are doing on Superman, a really resurgence for the character that I think is great. Hi, I'm Dan Jurgens, and this is everybody's Hometown Geek.